Hi, this is Janak Reddy Dubaka from Hyderabad, teaching physics for 20 years. Today I am going to start a revision course for mains and NEET. In that revision course, our first chapter is units and dimensions. You are familiar with this chapter, but I am going to revise this chapter. For the sake of simplicity, this chapter can be divided into three parts. First one is dimensional analysis. Second one is errors, and third one is experiments. In these experiments, there are two experiments. One is vernier calipers, another one is screw gauge. Okay. Now I am going to discuss about dimensional analysis, the first part. Here is the first part. Dimensional analysis. See, in this dimensional analysis, the physical quantities are divided into three types. One is fundamental physical quantities, derived physical quantities, and supplementary physical quantities. See, most of the dimensional formulas here we can use from fundamental physical quantities. One is mass, unit is kilogram, its symbol is kg, but here its dimensional symbol is this is m. Another one, length, its unit is meter and symbol is m, and dimensional symbol is l. Another one, time, unit is second, symbol is s, dimensional symbol is t. These are the three fundamental physical quantities. Mostly we can use in mechanics. Another one, electric current, unit is ampere, symbol is A, dimensional symbol also A. Another one, temperature, unit is Kelvin, symbol K, dimensional symbol also K. And next one, amount of substance, unit is mole and the dimensional symbol is mole. Another thing is luminous intensity, so that is not under our syllabus. This is current, electric current. This we can use in electric current chapter. Another one, temperature and amount of substance. These two are used in thermodynamics. See, these are the fundamental physical quantities we can use in dimensional formulas. See, another important thing, derived physical quantities. So here there are number of derived physical quantities. For this dimensional formula, don't remember dimensional formula, that I could derive from the formula. Derived physical quantities depends on the fundamental physical quantities. These are derived from fundamental physical quantities. For example, velocity. Velocity is equal to distance by time. Therefore, it's a dimensional formula. This is the symbol for dimensional formula. Distance is length, therefore L. Here is time t. This becomes L t to the power of minus 1. L t to the power of minus 1. This is for velocity. And acceleration, velocity by time, change in velocity by time. Therefore, its dimensional formula A is equal to velocity L t to the power of minus 1 by t. This becomes L t to the power of minus 2. This is for acceleration. For example, another derived quantity, force. So, F is equal to ma. M is the mass, A is acceleration, L t to the power of minus 2. Another important dimensional formula, mostly you can use in most of the dimensional formulas, that is pressure. Pressure is equal to force by area. This becomes force m L t to the power of minus 2, area L square. This becomes m L to the power of minus 1 t to the power of minus 2. This is for pressure. Another important thing, next one is work done or energy, that is F into S. Work done is equal to dimensional formula force m L t to the power of minus 2. This is length. Therefore, work done or energy m L square t to the power of minus 2. This is for work. Another important one, power. Power is equal to work done by time. Therefore, its dimensional formula work done or energy ml square t to the power of minus 2 by t. This becomes ml square t to the power of minus 3. This is a dimensional formula for power. These are the derived physical quantities. Mostly we can use in mechanics. See, another derived physical quantities. These are we can use in electricity or magnetism. For example, capacity. C is the capacity. What is its dimensional formula? While deriving the dimensional formula, first we have to know the formula for capacity. That formula contains, we have to convert into mechanical physical quantities. For example, capacity C is equal to charge by potential. Here, any physical quantity, dimensional formula, there are some fundamental physical quantities. Most of the physical quantities, mass, length, time. Another thing is current and temperature. Therefore, capacity C is equal to Q by V. Q is the charge, V is potential. Here, charge we can write down in terms of current I into T, current into time. Potential W by Q, work done by charge. Charge also I into T. This becomes I square T square by W. From this, dimensional formula for capacity is equal to, this is the current, therefore A square. Here is the time, T square. Work done or energy m L square t to the power of minus 2. This becomes capacity is equal to m to the power of minus 1, L to the power of minus 2, t to the power of 4 and A square. This is the dimensional formula for capacity. Like that. Intensity of electric field. Intensity of electric field E is equal to F into Q. Sorry. E is equal to F by Q. This becomes its dimensional formula force m L square m L t to the power of minus 2 by charge, current A and time is T. This becomes m L t to the power of minus 3 A to the power of minus 1. This is the dimensional formula for intensity of electric field. Like that, magnetic induction B. B is equal to F by M. Here M is force, F is force, here M is not mass, pole strength. Its unit is ampere meter. Therefore, B is equal to force M L T to the power of minus 2 by, this is ampere meter, therefore ampere A, meter, that is L. Therefore, this becomes B is equal to M T to the power of minus 2 A to the power of minus 1. This is the dimensional formula for magnetic induction. Like that, we can derive number of dimensional formulas. Another one, epsilon naught, permittivity of the medium. For this one, the force between two charges, this Coulomb's inverse square law, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. From this, epsilon naught is equal to Q1 Q2, both are charges, Q square, this is a constant, F by R square. This becomes Q is equal to I into T, I square T square by F into R square. Therefore, epsilon naught is equal to current A square, this is T square, and force M L T to the power of minus 2, R is the distance, L square. This becomes epsilon naught is equal to M to the power of minus 1, L into L square, L cube, L to the power of minus 3, and T to the power of 4, A square. This is the dimensional formula for epsilon. Like this, we can derive any number of derived physical quantities if you know the formula. This is about derived physical quantities. Another thing is supplementary physical quantities. There are two supplementary physical quantities. One is plane angle, radian. Another one is solid angle, steradian. This is about fundamental quantities. Next one, dimensions of some physical constants. For example, G. G is nothing but a universal gravitational constant. If you want to derive the dimensional formula for this universal gravitational constant, in gravitation chapter, there is a force of attraction between any two bodies. That force F is equal to G into M1 M2 by R square or D square. From this, G is equal to F R square by M1 M2. Therefore, its dimensional formula, force M L T to the power of minus 2. This is L square. Both are the masses M square. Therefore, this becomes M to the power of minus 1 L square T to the power of minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for universal gravitational constant. Like that. Capital R, universal gas constant. For this one, PV is equal to nRT. R is equal to PV by NT. Therefore, R is equal to its dimensional formula. PV is nothing but energy. Therefore, energy M L square T to the power of minus 2. This is number of moles, mole. Here T is not time, temperature, therefore Kelvin. This becomes R is equal to M L square T to the power of minus 2 mole inverse Kelvin inverse. This This is the dimensional formula for universal gravitational constant. Like that, Planck's constant h. Therefore, E is equal to h nu. Therefore, h is equal to E by nu. This becomes E by nu is the frequency. This is 1 by time. Therefore, h is equal to E into t. Therefore, its dimensional formula h is equal to, this is energy, m L square t to the power of minus 2, and this one is time. Therefore, h is equal to m L square t to the power of minus 1. Therefore, these are the some of the dimensional formulas for physical constants. Another important thing, conversion of units. Here we can convert one system of units into another system of units. For example, force. Its SI unit is Newton and CGS unit is dyne. Here Newton can be converted into dyne and dyne also can be converted into Newton. In any system, the numerical value of the physical quantity and its unit is equal to constant. Therefore, N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2, that is equal to constant. For example, force is given. Its unit is 1 Newton. This 1 Newton we have to convert into SI system, we have to convert into CGS system. 1 Newton is nothing but kg meter per second square. Therefore, 1 Newton is equal to 1 kg means 10 cube grams. 1 meter is equal to 10 square centimeter, and this one is second square. Therefore, 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power of 5 gram centimeter per second square. This becomes 1 Newton is equal to gram centimeter per second square is dyne. Therefore, this becomes 10 to the power of 5 dyne. Like this, we can convert one system of units into another system. Okay, next. Dimensions in case of trigonometric, exponential and logarithmic functions. For example, trigonometric function y is equal to a sine kx. This is the trigonometric function. For this trigonometric function, here sine theta. This kx is nothing but a plane angle, and it is its unit is radian, and it is dimensionless. Therefore, kx is dimensionless, means it is one number. Therefore, k is equal to 1 by x. Therefore, k is equal to 1 by L. This becomes L to the power of minus 1. And this is the trigonometric function sine theta. This is dimensionless. Therefore, this is dimensionless according to principle of homogeneity. Y is equal to A. Y is equal to A. Therefore, the dimension of y is equal to the dimension of A. Like this, in trigonometric functions, you can derive the dimensional formula. and also exponential functions. Exponential functions, for example, a is equal to a naught into e to the power of minus k. Here exponential function is also a dimensionless. Therefore, e to the power of kt, therefore kt is dimensionless. This is equal to 1. K is equal to 1 by t. Therefore, dimension of k is equal to t to the power of minus. This is dimensionless. Therefore, a is equal to a naught. Therefore, dimension of a is equal to dimension of a naught. So, from this, we can write down kt is equal to ln a naught by e. Here, dimension of a is equal to a naught. These two are same dimensions. Therefore, logarithmic function also dimensionless. Therefore, logarithmic function dimensionless means kt is equal to 1. Therefore, k is equal to 1 by t. Therefore, k is equal to t to the power of minus. Like this, we can derive the dimensional formula for trigonometric, exponential and logarithmic functions. Next one, dimensions of derivatives. Here, dy by dx. So, derivative of y with respect to x. Therefore, its dimensional formula dy by dx. This we can write down delta y by delta x. This becomes delta y is dimension of y and this becomes dimension of x. For example, second derivative is d square y by dx square. This becomes d by dx of dy by dx. Therefore, its dimensional formula d square y by dx square is equal to, this is dy by dx by dx. This becomes y by x by x. This becomes y by x square. So, d square y by dx square, dimensional formula y by x square. Like that, d to the power of n by dx to the power of n. Its dimensional formula y by x square. See, compare this one. Here, d square y by dx square. This is y by x square. This second derivative x square. Here only y. Like that, nth derivative y by x to the power of n. X to the power of n. Like this, we can derive the dimensional formula for derivatives. And also for dimensional formula for integral. Dimensions of integral. For example, integral fx dx is given as gx. Therefore, its dimensional formula fx dx is equal to fx dimensional formula f of x and dx dimensional formula x is equal to dimensional formula of g of x. See, for example, here a into integral dx by square root of a square minus x square, that is equal to v square. Here v is nothing but velocity x is distance, then what is the dimensional formula for E? First of all, integral dx by square root of a square minus x square. Its dimensional formula. Integral dx means x. Here, according to principle of homogeneity, the physical quantity can be added or subtracted from the same physical quantity. Here x is distance, therefore a also distance, means this is also x square. Therefore this total term is x square, but square root of x square means x. Therefore it is a dimensionless. Now this part is dimensionless, therefore a is equal to v square. Therefore dimension of a is equal to, this is velocity, L t to the power of minus 1 whole square. This becomes L square t to the power of minus 2. These are the dimensional formulas in case of derivatives and integrals. Next one, deriving the relation between physical quantities. Another important thing. Deriving the relations between physical quantities. For example, this is a simple pendulum. This pendulum of length L, it's a bob of mass m. It is oscillating a gravitational field. Therefore, its time period depends on length, first mass, length and acceleration due to gravity. Then what is the relation between these four quantities? Time period is directly proportional to mass. I am taking m to the power of a, l to the power of b, g to the power of c. Therefore, t is equal to a constant, mass, dimensional formula m, whole to the power of a, l to the power of b. This is acceleration, l t to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of c. Therefore, t to the power of 1. This becomes k into m to the power of a. This is l to the power of b and l to the power of c. Therefore, l to the power of b plus c. And this becomes t to the power of minus c. When you compare the powers of these dimensions on both sides, here is m, but here left side m is not there. Therefore, a is equal to 0. Like that, b plus c is equal to 0. This is second one. And third one, t to the power of minus c. Therefore, minus c is equal to 1. Therefore, c is equal to l to the power of minus 2 here. This minus 2. b plus c is equal to 0. Therefore, minus 2c is equal to c here. Minus 2c is equal to 1. Therefore, c is equal to minus 1 by 2. Here, b plus c is equal to 0. Therefore, b is equal to minus c. Therefore, b is equal to, what is c? Minus 1 by 2, minus into minus, plus 1 by 2. Therefore, a is equal to 0, b is equal to 1 by 2, and c is equal to minus 1 by 2. From this, t is equal to k into m to the power of a, m to the power of 0, l to the power of b means l to the power of 1 by 2. and g to the power of minus 1 by 2. This becomes P is equal to K into, come to the power of 0, 1. This becomes L by G. See, this is the relation between time period of the pendulum and the length of the pendulum and acceleration due to gravity. Here proportionality constant, after conducting several experiments, its value is 2 pi. Therefore, time period of pendulum T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G. See, this is the first part of units and dimension, that is dimensional analysis, and second part is error, that we can continue next class. Thank you. The problems under dimensional analysis. This is the problems based on conversion of units. See here, the density of material in SI unit is 128 kg per meter cube. In a certain units in which the unit of length is 25 centimeter and the unit of mass is 50 grams, the numerical value of density of material is. Here N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2. N1 is given as 128, its unit is kg per meter cube. Here N2 have to find out. In that system, mass is given as 50 grams and length is 25 centimeter. This becomes whole cube. Therefore, 128 into 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams by 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. This is 10 to the power of 6 centimeter cube. Therefore, N2 into 50 grams by 625 into 25 centimeter cube. Gram gets cancelled, centimeter cube cancel. This becomes 128 into 10 cube by 10 to the power of 6, that is equal to N2 into 50 by 625 into 25 2 times 2, 64 times 10 cube, here 3 times. Therefore, N2 is equal to 64 into 625 by 10 cube. This becomes N2 is equal to 64 into 625, this is 40,000 by 1000. Therefore, final answer N2 is equal to 40. See next problem. A force acting on a particle is 5 newtons. If unit of length and time are double and unit of mass is off, then the numerical value of force in new unit is. Here N1 is equal to 5 Newton, but 1 Newton is kg meter per second square. In another system, its numerical value is N2, but mass is here off, therefore kg by 2, and the length is double 2m, time also double 2s whole square. This becomes 5 kg meter per second square is equal to, here 2 cancel, here N2 into kg meter by 4 second square, kg meter second square cancel. This becomes 5 is equal to N2 by 4. Therefore, N2 is equal to 5 into 4. Therefore, N2 is equal to 20. Next, we can move to the next problem. In a certain system of units, 1 unit of time is 5 seconds, 1 unit of mass is 20 kg, and 1 unit of length is 10 meter. In this system, 1 unit of power will be. Here, power is equal to the dimensional formula mL square t to the power of minus 3. This becomes mass kilogram meter square. This is second cube. Therefore, 1 kg meter square per second cube is 1 watt. In a new system, power P dash is equal to m dash, this is L dash square t dash whole to the power of minus 3. In that system, the unit of mass is given as 20 kg, and the unit of length is given as 10 meter whole square, and the unit of time is 5 seconds, 5 second whole cube. This becomes P dash is equal to 20 into 10 square by, this becomes 125 kg meter square per second cube. Therefore, P dash is equal to, this value is 16, kg meter per second square is watt. Therefore, in that new system, unit of power is 16 watt, where mass is taken as 20 kg and length is considered as 10 meter and the time is 5 seconds. Therefore, answer is A. Here, force F, velocity V and time T are taken as fundamental units. Then the dimensions of mass. This is the problem. Based on using dimensional analysis or dimensional formula, we can derive the relation between different physical quantities. Here, m is equal to a constant k, f to the power of a, v to the power of b, t to the power of c. Therefore, dimensional formula for m, this becomes m to the power of 1 k into force m L t to the power of minus 2 whole to the power of a, velocity L t to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of b, and t to the power of c. This becomes m to the power of 1 k into here m to the power of a, L to the power of a, this is L to the power of b, L to the power of a plus b, and t to the power of minus 2a minus b plus c. So, when you compare the powers of the dimensions on both sides, therefore, a is equal to 1, and L to the power of a plus b, or no L to the power of a plus b, means no power of length. Therefore, a plus b is equal to 0. Therefore, b is equal to minus a. Therefore, b is equal to minus 1. Next, like that, minus 2a minus b plus c is equal to 0. Minus 2 into 1 minus of minus 1 plus c is equal to 0. This becomes c is equal to 1. Therefore, m proportional to f to the power of a 1, v to the power of b minus 1, t to the power of c 1. This is the relation between mass when fundamental quantities are taken as force, velocity and time. Next one, the position of a particle at a time t is given by the equation xt is equal to v naught by a 1 minus e to the power of at, where v naught is a constant and a greater than 0. Dimensions of v naught and a respectively. So, here the dimensions of exponential function is a dimensionless. Therefore, e to the power of at. Therefore, at is equal to dimensionless. A is equal to 1 by t. Therefore, dimension of a is equal to t to the power of minus 1. This is the dimension of a. This becomes, this is dimensionless. This total time is dimensionless. Therefore, according to principle of homogeneity, x is equal to v naught by a. Therefore, v naught is equal to x into a. Therefore, the dimensional formula for v naught is equal to x is position L, a is t to the power of minus 1. Therefore, this is the dimension of v naught. Next, In a planetary motion, the aerial velocity of position vector of a planet depends on angular velocity omega and the distance of the planet from the sun r. If so, the correct relation of aerial velocity. So here aerial velocity is nothing but area by time. Aerial velocity depends on angular velocity to the power of a, distance r to the power of b. Therefore, dA by dt aerial velocity, dimensional area, that is L square by t. This becomes L square t to the power of minus 1. Next, dimensional formula for omega is equal to t to the power of minus 1. And the dimensional formula for r is equal to, this is the distance L. Therefore, dA by dt is equal to k into omega to the power of a into r to the power of b. dA by dt L square t to the power of minus 1, and that is equal to k into omega is t to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of a, r is L whole to the power of b. When you compare the dimensions, here t to the power of minus a, t to the power of minus 1, therefore a is equal to 1. Here L square, L to the power of b, therefore b is equal to 2. Therefore dA by dt proportional to omega to the power of a 1 and r to the power of b 2. Therefore dA by dt proportional to omega into r square. Therefore answer is C. See, in CGS system, the magnitude of force is 100 dynes. In another system where the fundamental physical quantities are kilogram, meter and minute, the magnitude of the force is, see here, N2 is equal to N1 into U1 by U2. Here this force is given as 100 dynes. Therefore, the dimensional formula for force, that is m L t to the power of minus 2. Therefore, N2 is equal to N1 into M1 by M2 whole to the power of 1, L1 by L2 whole to the power of 1, and T1 by T2 whole to the power of minus 2. Therefore, N2 is equal to, here ones are considered CGS system and 2 are the new system where mass is kilogram, length is meter and time is minute. This is N1 is 100. Ones are taken in CGS system, therefore mass, this becomes gram. Here is kg whole to the power of 1. Length centimeter. Here is meter whole to the power of 1. Time second, but here is minute whole to the power of minus 2. Therefore, N2 is equal to 100 into gram by kilogram means 10 cube grams. This becomes centimeter, mass is 10 square centimeter. And this is second, minute 60 seconds whole to the power of minus 2. Therefore, N2 is equal to, this becomes 100 by 10 to the power of 5. Here gram cancel, centimeter 60 to the power of minus 2. This becomes 3600. This becomes 3.6. Next, the force of interaction between two atoms is given by F is equal to alpha beta e to the power of minus x square by alpha kt, where x is the distance and k is the Boltzmann constant and t is the temperature and alpha and beta are two constants. The dimensions of beta is, here exponential functions also dimensionless. Therefore, x square by alpha kt is also dimensionless. From this, alpha is equal to x square by kt. Here k is a Boltzmann constant, t is temperature, not time. But kt dimensional formula we can find out from kinetic theory of gases. Energy of a gas molecule E is equal to kinetic energy 3 by 2 kt. Therefore, 3 by 2 is a number, E is the energy, kt is also equal to energy, this becomes m L square t to the power of minus 2. Therefore, alpha is equal to x square by kt. X is nothing but distance, L square, kt is energy, m L square t to the power of minus 2. Therefore, alpha is equal to m to the power of minus 1, L square cancel. This is t square. This total term is a dimensionless. Therefore, f is equal to alpha into beta. Therefore, beta is equal to f by alpha. F is m L t to the power of minus 2 by alpha is m to the power of minus 1 t to the power of minus 2. Therefore, beta is equal to m square. This becomes L t to the power of minus 2 cancel. Therefore, beta is equal to m square into L. This is dimensional formula for beta. Next one, the velocity v of a particle at a time t is given by v is equal to at plus b by t plus c, where a, b, c are constants. Dimensions of a, b, c are respectively. Here, according to principle of homogeneity, a physical quantity can be added or subtracted from the same physical quantity. Here, b by t plus c. For t where c is added, therefore t is the time, therefore c also the dimensional formula of time. Therefore, this becomes c is equal to, this is time t. And according to principle of homogeneity, the total left side is velocity. Therefore, this time this term also velocity, this one also velocity. Therefore, at is equal to velocity, a is equal to p by t. This becomes L t to the power of minus 1 by t. Therefore, dimensional formula A is equal to L t to the power of minus 2. And this is b by t, nothing but velocity. Therefore, b is equal to v into t. Therefore, dimensional formula L t to the power of minus 1 into t. This becomes L. Therefore, dimensional formula for A is L t to the power of minus 2. B is L. Therefore, answer is D. So, here the dimensions of B square by 2 mu naught, where B is a magnetic field and mu naught is permeability of vacuum. See, in a conceptual video, so I already derived the dimensional formula of magnetic induction. B is equal to m a to the power of minus 1 t to the power of minus 2. Therefore, b square is equal to m square a to the power of minus 2 t to the power of minus 4. Like that, mu naught is also mu naught m L t to the power of minus 2 a to the power of minus 2. Therefore, b square by 2 mu naught is equal to, b square is m square a to the power of minus 2 t to the power of minus 4 by mu naught is m L t to the power of minus 2 a to the power of minus 2. This becomes m L to the power of minus 1 a to the power of minus 2 cancel. This becomes t to the power of minus 2. This becomes b square by 2 mu naught. Therefore, the answer is D here. Other one, in the formula x is equal to phi y z square, and x and z are dimensions of capacitance and magnetic field respectively. What are the dimensions of y? See here, x is given as phi y z square. Y is equal to x by 5 z square. X is equal to c and z is equal to magnetic induction B. Therefore, dimensional formula for x, that is equal to c. Here c capacitance, this q by v. that becomes q by v. This is w by q. Therefore, q square by w. This becomes x is equal to q is equal to I into t. I square t square. I means ampere. Ampere square t square by w is energy m L square t to the power of minus 2. This becomes m to the power of minus 1 L to the power of minus 2 t to the power of 4 a square, and z is equal to b, and the dimensional formula for b just now I given this one, m a to the power of minus 1 t to the power of minus 2. Therefore, y is equal to x by 5z square. X is m to the power of minus 1 L to the power of minus 2 t to the power of 4 a square. 5 is a number. This becomes m a to the power of minus 1 t to the power of minus 2. Therefore, y is equal to m to the power of minus 2 and L to the power of minus 2 t to the power of 6 and t to the power of minus 2 a to the power of minus z square. Z square means this becomes x is m to the power of minus 1 L square t to the power of 4 by a square by z square. This is m square a to the power of minus 2 t to the power of minus 4. Therefore, y is equal to m to the power of minus 3 L square t to the power of 8 a to the power of 4. This is the dimensional formula for y. Next one, let epsilon naught denotes the dimensional formula of the permittivity of the vacuum. M is mass, L is length, P is time, A is electric current. So here, from Coulomb's inverse square law, F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. So here epsilon naught is equal to Q into Q. Both are charges Q square. 4 pi is constant. This is F R square. Therefore, epsilon naught is equal to Q is I into T. Therefore, I square T square. This becomes A square T square by force M L T to the power of minus 2. This is L square. Therefore, epsilon naught is equal to M to the power of minus 1 L to the power of minus 3 and T to the power of 4 A square. This is the dimensional formula for epsilon naught. Answer is B. Next one, integral dx by square root of 2ax minus x square is equal to a to the power of n into sine inverse x by a minus 1. Therefore, inverse trigonometric function is also dimensionless. Therefore, x by a is equal to 1. Therefore, x is equal to a. Therefore, dimensional formula for a is equal to x. This total term is dimensionless. Therefore, integral dx by square root of 2ax minus x square is equal to a to the power of n. Integral dx is x by a is dimension of x. Here is x into x square. Therefore, this total time is dimension of x square, but square root this becomes x. That is equal to a to the power of n. X cancel. This is 1 is equal to a to the power of n. Therefore, n is equal to 0. Next, number of particles is given by n is equal to minus d into modulus of n2 minus n1 by x2 minus n x1. crossing unit area perpendicular to x-axis in unit time, where n1 and n2 are number of particles per unit volume. For the value of x mean to x1 and x2 and x1, find the dimension of d called diffusion constant. See here, diffusion constant d is equal to n into modulus of x2 minus x1 by n2 minus n1, where n is number of particles per unit area and unit time. Therefore, this becomes L to the power of minus 2 T to the power of minus 1. And N1 and N2 are number of particles per unit volume, L cube. This becomes L to the power of minus 3. And X1 and X2 are distance. This becomes L. Therefore, D is equal to N means L to the power of minus 2 T to the power of minus 1 into x2 minus x1 L by n2 minus n1 L to the power of minus 3. Therefore, D is equal to L to the power of minus 2, therefore L square T to the power of minus 1. This is the final answer, dimensional formula for diffusion constant. Okay, with this we finished the first part of units and dimensions. Theory already explained. Now we discussed the problems and we finished the first part, dimensional analysis, and in next video we can move to the errors.